I'm just posting my stream links. Alright, here we are. Okay, sounds pretty good. Is the OBS going well? Yeah, alright, I guess I'll just get started. Going into some runs. First of all, because I just loaded the console, I need to start a new game first, because you get this loading screen that only shows up the first time, but it's pretty important that you don't start a run like this, because you're going to be automatically back by like 10 seconds or something. But with that covered, oh my gosh, I'm not my my splits are being cut off, I think. Can I see them? Yeah, they're being cut off. Let me move that over. That does not look on OBS. Sorry. Slight technical difficulties. We'll have that handled. Okay, I think it's good now. I think that looks good. And yeah, we'll just go through this, and then we'll get into the runs. So yesterday we didn't have any luck. I mean, not that it's luck based, but I didn't get past the first. Well, I got past the first chapter. I didn't get past the third chapter. It was only in a few attempts that I got past the first chapter anyway, so it's still not great. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. The splits are off by like a second, and that's just because of the delay time between the capture card and my computer, obviously, because this has to come. The footage has to come through the capture card, but the live splits on my computer. So there's a delay there, but I retime all my runs anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The first trick coming up here. Maybe you'll be able to hear me opening the disc tray as well, which would be pretty good for reference, I guess. Even though I've made tutorials on these things before. Okay, we're gonna open it now. In this part I wait for Bolt to nod his head twice and then I skip, so that I'm not spamming the button and I accidentally pause the game, which is something I deal with a lot in this game, accidentally like pausing the game, and that's because the game sucks, and sometimes to skip just one cutscene you'll need to press the button to skip it multiple times, which is really awkward if you ask me. But that's just the way it is. Coming up here, about 156 seconds, we should be. I guess I'll be a bit earlier on the splits on your screen, but 156 is about where we're going to enter the first boss fight. So that's Hog. We're gonna skip the boss anyway, but hopefully I did it right. This is a very difficult. I wouldn't say very difficult, but it is precise. So there we go. About 158. And that's of course because I paused it, so it was a bit off. Not a big deal. I'll still probably come in ahead of PB. And then we skip this. Boom, there we go. First boss skipped. First run of the day as well. No mistakes so far, really. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. But I should probably talk about this. I got a new microphone. It's actually my first microphone, but I bought it recently. It just arrived today, and now I'm going to be streaming all the time with microphone. Hopefully that'll be a better experience for viewers, but also I think it'll give me time to just explain anything, and then I could probably clip that and use it as a tutorial. Split. I could probably clip that and use it as a tutorial instead of making a designated video for it, and that might be easier. But yeah, we'll just see how that is. Coming up on this next skip, this is one that I've yet to make a tutorial for because I only discovered it recently, and I didn't really have a lot. I mean, I had a lot of time. I just wasn't playing the game really. But this is a skip in Damper Rock Ruins where we skip like the first half of it. Not really half, like the first 10-15% of the level. We're going to skip straight to the room with the crane-o-matic, which is, with the current route, it's kind of the fastest way to do it, because even though we can skip the crane in many areas of the game, there's one area where we can't skip it. Open the disc tray there. There's one area where we can't skip the crane, which means we have to get it. If we wanted to, we could do a much longer moon jump that takes us to the end of the level, but then we'd soft lock around chapter 4. Not really soft lock, because you would be able to come back and get the thing, but that would just be a waste of time in like a speedrun sense. So even if it's not technically a soft lock, it's not a good idea. So here I wait for Bolt to go red and then for the camera to jitter once. And once that happens, you put the disc tray back in. And there you go. That should be it. Sometimes you get unlucky, but I mean, it's not luck. Again, it is not luck based, but it is a very tricky, sort of precise trick. So it can be pretty hard to do, that's all. I'm not sure when to call it that the trick hasn't worked. Okay, I think we're gonna reset here. This clearly hasn't worked. It's fine because I need to reset my controller real quick. I noticed this during the first level, but it was a bit like the analog stick was a bit weird. So I'm glad I had that chance anyway. Because if I hit that trick, it would be like a good run, and I don't want that. 3, 2, 1, go. Skip through the beginning cutscenes, and that's it.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
You know, I was thinking earlier, but like, if you've been around a friend or something and they've been nice to you, you say thank you for your company, right? But you could also say that about, say, a business that provides an essential service. You could say thank you for your company, and it would be a different kind of company, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. Open the desk tray. Skip the cutscene. Come up here. I don't know if my controller's been fixed here. Hold on. I need to make sure that it is fixed. It's way more sensitive than it should be. Hold on. I get this issue with my controller sometimes. I have multiple controllers, so I could get a different one if it doesn't clear up. I guess that's... I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We'll go with that. Let me reset. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Only 10 minutes into this stream and we have not gone very far in the game.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
Hi there, Bolt. I actually can't hear the game audio at the moment because of my current setup with like the microphone, because if I turned the audio up on my speaker, which is what I used to do, you would be able to hear it through my microphone. And obviously I don't want that. Yeah, no, this controller's not working for me. Hold on. Let me find another one. It's kind of awkward, but I need to do it. I've got another controller here. I'm not sure if it'll really be better, but it's worth a shot, right? So let me just plug this controller in. Here we go. Is this better? Oh, it feels different. Okay, this is definitely much more like what I'm used to. Okay, armed with a new controller. Let's try and get a run off the floor. I always thought about the fact that if I tried to do a controller cam, it just like wouldn't work. I moved my controller too much while I play to like properly do a controller cam.
Path of the Treasure Master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
Because you need to keep it pretty still, but like in the scope of the camera, which I don't do, because especially in this run, and I'll tell you why. It's because in this run you need to open the disc tray. A lot of the time when I open the disc tray, I take my controller with, like, I don't leave, instead of taking my hand off of the controller, I just move the whole controller towards it and I press it with one of my fingers that's not being used, normally my pinky finger. So a controller cam would be pretty awkward for this game. You could do a controller cam and a disc tray cam, I guess. But that's too many things to have on screen. If you have like a face cam, controller cam, disc cam, splits, and the video game all on the screen, that's like sensory overload, you know? It's not really good design. I mean, I guess you could record it at least, even if it's separate. Can you record multiple instances of video on OBS, like to different files? Can you? I know you can. I think you can have 2 instances of OBS running at the same time. I mean, it would be pretty like. I feel like that would be pretty CPU intensive, but I guess you could do it. American. Here it comes. Let's hope I did it right. I think I did, but there's no good way of knowing. Oh, yes, we did. Barely. But in this case, barely landing out of bounds is a good thing, because I was closer to the edge where I needed to be. Which doesn't make a huge time difference, but, you know, if you were timing it to the frame, doing like a task thing, that would make a difference where you landed. In general, we don't care where we land as long as it's out of bounds. Because there's not a lot of areas where you can land anyway, so it's not going to make more than a second's difference. The desert ruins are full of traps. Oh, I need to split. That was my bad. That was my bad. It was it was actually ahead of PB. I just forgot to split. That's fine though. That's fine. It looks like I'm behind, but I'm actually ahead, which I'm okay with. As long as the final time is good. I don't really care what my splits say, but that is kind of unfortunate. I do that a lot. There are a lot of times where I split wrong in this game because I'm just absent-minded. This is the most annoying part. You need to press the start button like 30 times here. Like, see, even then I was doing it too slowly, so Lieutenant Flames showed up. But, that's an instance of it's one cutscene, but you need to press the start button for every time the dialogue switches to a different character, which is a really awkward way to do it. Here we go. That felt better than the last time I did it. Close the disk tray and pray for the best. There we go, we got it. That's what it should look like. And this takes us straight to this. It means we don't need to fight the speedy beepers thing that's there, the enemy, which is a nice little skip, you know. Hit that, and we go up. The rest of this level is, except for a couple parts, it's pretty just. I mean, you could argue it's on rails. There's not a lot you can do to make this part go faster. You just kind of go from point A to point B. We're going to have a couple fights here, particularly with Samurai Hover, and we can definitely make that go faster, and I'll show you how. Even though I made a video about fighting the bosses. But, I don't know. I'm going to show it off anyway. Here I like to lure this guy forward so that I'm closer to where I need to be once I kill him. Like this. But eventually he's going to want to turn away, and then you can't lure him any closer, so you just got to kill him. Get the short cutscene, and then get the Samurai Hover. Pretty easy stuff. There's a cutscene as soon as you walk ahead here. And then you just do Toko attack immediately. That'll make him put his guard up, but gives you enough time to hit him from behind. And then, by positioning ourselves correctly, we can just repeatedly slam this guy. So there you go. Oh my god. Yeah, it's worth mentioning you also need to time that correctly, which I did not do there. So that's a time loss. But it's fine. We've already saved more time than that's going to lose. So if you really think about it, it's not that bad. I mean, it's still not great. Small cutscene here. You need to press start only once for that. And then press L1 to get up here. And soon we're going to have a small little menuing portion that I always make a mistake on. I lose like 0.2 seconds by making this mistake, but I do it every time. And there we go. But I'll talk about that menuing mistake once we get to the part. Right here, we need to go back to the lab so we can get the crane stuff. Well, no, not so that we can get the crane, but so we can do Samurai Hover. And the game forces you to do that. You can technically avoid it using out-of-bounds stuff, but why would you? Samurai Hover saves more time than it loses by going through this cutscene, you know? Because it's such a powerful move. At least in the early game. I mean, it's still valuable later on, but certainly I think it becomes a less valuable tool as stuff goes on.
Good work.
So here's the little menuing thing I was talking about. Here you need to you need to select, yes, I want to analyze this. And you can actually input the left thing before the left input before the text shows up. You can buffer it. But I never do. Sometimes I even click no by accident. I'm just really bad at menuing. See there, I even opened that, which you're not supposed to do. Loses a bit of time. Cutscene here. Activate this. Get the cutscene. Activate it again. And then menu purely because I'm bad at video games. This section's pretty easy once you have the puzzle memorized, but if you make a slight mistake, it can cost you like only like 2 seconds to reset your position. So you try not to do that. It can be hard though. I wouldn't blame anyone for making a mistake like that. This part is pretty much just line the things up the way they're supposed to go. I really think the controls for this are quite awkward. I know a lot of games do this with crane style games where it's 2-button, but honestly, if you could move diagonally by either holding both of them or just using the analog stick, that would be so much easier to control. And I get that it's kind of supposed to be frustrating, and maybe it harkens back to that like arcade, crane game, claw game for stuffed animals or whatever. But I don't think making it like intentionally aggravating is necessarily good game design. I mean, some games can get away with stuff like that. I guess like you could argue Dark Souls is like that, but even then, Dark Souls is more substantial. Getting Over It might be a better comparison. I think Getting Over It's a good game. But the point of Tokobot Plus is not to be frustrating. Like, it's aimed at kids, and it's still, like, it's a difficult game. It's really easy to die, and death is super punishing. Death puts you back to your last save point. There are no automatic saves. There are designated save points, and some of them are pretty far away from each other. Like, dying can be brutal in this game, and it's really easy to die, because the game doesn't control super well. So, like, yeah, this game doesn't gain a lot from being frustrating, but it's just kind of... That's an aspect of it that's poorly made. Like, I don't think this is a bad game. I actually think it's quite good, but I would criticize the design a lot, because there's a lot of things bad about it. The camera. The camera was worse in the PSP version. It's actually pretty usable here, but I still think it takes more getting used to than camera controls should. Here's a part, we're going to hit both of these guys with this. I've pretty much found the optimal way to do this part, but it's difficult to perform. So sometimes I make mistakes, and that's okay. Oh, yeah, like that one. I was not supposed to take damage there. There are no points in this run where you're supposed to take damage, I don't think. There will be parts in this run where I take damage though, but I don't think... yeah, there's no points where you would need to take damage. I'm just trying to think if there's any damage boosting in this game. There's not. So here is the trick that it gets me the most. It's been a lot harder in the past, and I found a way to do it easier. It's still a very sort of... It's just finicky. Like, it's not hard, but it's very precise in a way that you don't really have that much control over your character. So you're trying to control your character with more sort of fidelity than the game really gives you. Because you're trying to go in this straight line, and I failed. I'm not even going to try again. I'm just going to reset the whole run. If we're trying to get the 139, we can't accept mistakes like that. There are some mistakes for a 139 that I can accept, but that one, I mean, that's like a 15, 16 second mistake right there. There's just no real way to excuse that. It's too much. And here we are, back at this part again. I've played this section apparently 208 times, according to my splits. It's actually a lot more than that because of practice and stuff. And because, like, this is effectively just the Valvair Ruins, like, individual level speedrun, which I have the world record for. It's 1 minute 17.7, I think. It's a pretty good run, and I implore anyone to try and beat it, because that is by far the most optimized record on that leaderboard. And I would love to see some competition in this game at all, which is kind of why I stream it. But yeah, I don't think I got this. I moved in the air way too much. I don't think this is going to be precise enough. If I get it, that would be lucky, but yeah, I don't think so. Hopefully now that I've got this microphone, I'll be able to stream a lot more, you know? Like, not just speedrun or Tokobot content. I don't know. Like, just fun, I guess. Yeah, no, this isn't going anywhere for us. I mean, it was worth the try. 3, 2, 1, go. So I got AirPods Pro. AirPods Pro for Christmas, which they're good earphones. I like the noise cancelling, but the tips, they're not so good. I had a problem with them falling out my ear. It's not that bad, but it does happen on it. I mean, it has happened, and that never happened with like the original AirPods. So what I've gone and done is I've bought memory foam tips that should hopefully fit my ear better, create a better seal, according to one of my friends, that is. And he knows more about audio than me, so I trust him, you know. I do. Boom boom boom. Bada bop boom. Pow. We do this skip again. I'm definitely getting consistent at it. I say that after I missed it the last time. Maybe that's a false fact. Oh no. Oh no, I reset my splits. Oh no. I was typing in my Discord, I accidentally pressed the reset button for my split. How do I fix it? Undo split, numpad 8. No, that didn't work though. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to restart because I messed up my splits. Yeah, rip splits. Gramix is talking in the Discord. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
The path of the Treasure Master. Bolt and the 6 Tokobots.
Bolt and the 6 Tokobots. Skip a lot of cutscenes here at the start. Thankfully, you kind of don't get as many cutscenes the closer you get to the end. I guess it's kind of like a curve, because the cutscenes do go up when you're in like Master Cave and stuff, Master Gear Cave. But Chapter 8 has next to no cutscenes after the start, which has 1 or 2 cutscenes when you go to Grinder Valley. Chapter 7 and 3 don't Chapter 7 and 5 and 6, they don't have much. They don't have many, sorry. But chapters 1, 2, 3, they're pretty cutscene filled. Part of the reason some places have less cutscenes is because we skip some content there. There are cutscenes that I think there's cutscenes in Crankbelt Kingdom that we skip with the moon jump. Like a significant number, because there's a cutscene every time you put the water down in an area. There's a cutscene when you get the wheel thing. The mono wheel. Not the mono wheel. What's it called? I don't know, but you get the point. We skip a lot of cutscenes there. Don't really skip any cutscenes in Grinder Valley, but there's not many cutscenes there anyway. Alright, we got it, we got it. Did we skip the boss though? That's the question. We sure didn't. 3, 2, 1. And this is the grind. You know, we're head first into Tokobot grinding right now, which is just getting it wrong many times. Gotta get that 139 though. That's the goal. $139.49 if I can help it. That would be really good. That'd be an entire hour since my first ever run, and I just made a mistake. Oh no, we have to reset. I opened the disk tray too early, and there's a reason we open it after this diagram shows up, and it's because if you don't have it open, it can't load the file at all, and you just get stuck on that screen. Which is funny that it happened, and I'm glad I got to show it off because I've never taken a video of that, but that's really silly. And you can idle there forever. This happens on boss intro cutscenes as well. If their name can't load, their little title can't load, they will just endlessly be in their idle animation. Which, you know, it's it's kind of funny. You could turn down the music and just get the sound effects and not get the messed up audio from it, and get like a loop going. Like 10 hours of Battlebee idling or something, I don't know. Wonder if we will ever get a disc tray cam. You know, I was talking about it. I don't know if you were there for that part of the stream, but I reckon not. I mean, the thing is, if you have a disc tray cam, that's useful at like the 4 times in the run that we use the disc tray, right? Which is fair enough that you'd want to see that. But then, you know, you gotta think, do I prioritize the disc tray cam or the hand cam, right? Do you want to see me playing the game, or do you want to see me opening the disc tray? Obviously you want to, if you want to have a hand cam, you'd probably do that first. So we're thinking about having the live splits, the hand cam, the disc tray cam, and the game all on screen at once. Maybe face cam as well. That's a lot of things to have on stream, but it would be weird to have the disc tray cam and not have the hand cam, because then, you know, you're always pressing buttons on the controller. You're not always opening the disc tray. So it would be weird to prioritize that over the other. So I don't think there's really gonna come a time that I use a disc tray cam, and I don't see anyone who picks up this game, if anyone picks up this game for full game runs, I don't see them using a disc tray cam either. Hand cam would be done with a controller overlay. I don't think, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know much about PlayStation 2, like, modding or anything, but I don't know if you can get an overlay through PS2. Because I've used a controller overlay for PC games in my speedruns before, if you've seen my KO the Kangaroo speedruns. But I don't know if you can have your controller input go through an overlay and also into an authentic PS2 console. Because if you're light modding it and you're using like free McBoot, you might be able to do that. And I would accept that on the leaderboards. Like, I wouldn't consider that a modded game or anything. But I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's a thing. I could look into it. Because I wouldn't mind doing a controller cam or anything like that. Like, for console games, I don't think I've ever seen someone use an overlay. I think I'm always seeing people use a physical camera, unless it's a PC game, in which case that tool is available. Like, I could be wrong. I genuinely have no idea. It's not something I've looked into. I mean, I think a controller cam would be interesting, but it's mostly me pressing the start button at the moment, so I don't know how exciting that would be. Let's see if we can get this skip, huh? It's a tricky one, but I'm a gamer, you know. I can do it all. Gotta line ourselves up here, like that. Boom. I think we may have got it, but let's not hold our breath. 3 viewers! Woo! It's always that damn room. Absolutely. This is not an easy trick to pull off. The thing is, it's a very small room, and there's a lot of rooms surrounding it. So the problem isn't that you miss the room, it's the problem is that you normally land in a different room, because there's so many rooms surrounding it. Which is not true of the boss room, like at the start. There's not really any room surrounding it. There's one behind it, but the one in front of it isn't loaded. I've tried to go there before. It's not loaded. Because I think it's technically part of Valve Air Ruins too, but that's just a theory. The eye room. Oh! The eye room. Yeah. I had so many runs die there yesterday. I did get past it though. There were 2 runs that went to chapter 3. And I lost to the dongle skip. That was the bad one for me yesterday, but I did practice it, so I think I'll be able to get it. In my practice attempts, I did not miss it once, so I think I should be good. Part of it is like nerves. That boulder came so close. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can scoot past the boulders in every room they appear. It is possible to go to the side and dodge them, but in this room, boulders appear here later when you do the crane puzzle. In this room, the boulders are a little tricky to dodge because they're right up to the edge. The only way to do it is if you're slightly hanging off the edge, and if Bolt is angled incorrectly, if he's not facing like completely straight, then you won't get it, and that's not good. And there we go. Now let's see if we can get the fast samurai hover. You know, without pausing the game, preferably. Skip this cutscene. Watch this cutscene because you can't skip it. And generally the only cutscenes that are skippable have dialogue, but this isn't always true. There's a cutscene later in this level that's skippable, has no dialogue. It doesn't really fit the pattern of other cutscenes. And I missed. Just 1 slash. Just 1. That's okay. That did not lose a lot of time. Even if it is slightly unfortunate. But here we go. Get the samurai hover. Here's an interesting thing. None of the other overdrives do this, but you'll notice there's two cogs there, two prehistoric treasures. And the reason they do this is because it's possible to have no money, but because of the story, you're obligated to get this. Even though, you know, using moon jumps, you can actually skip it and play the game fine. It's not locked to progress. But if you're playing the game normally, you have to get it. And so they have to give you the right amount of money for it, just in case you don't have enough. But since none of the other ones are required to beat the game, they don't give you any money with them. There's an interesting little fact. I'm sure a lot of people noticed that, but I don't know. I think it's interesting. Good work, Dr. Viola.
Okay.
Underappreciated character. No, I'm joking. She doesn't do much. I guess without her, Bolt would never save the world, you know? She's the one who gets all the overdrive. I did not mean to do that. Oh my god. That was a blunder. Oh my god. That was so bad. I'm terrible at video games. I think I only lost like 2 seconds, but that was still really embarrassing that I opened like 2 separate cutscenes there. I tell you, my menuing's terrible. I've played games that are like really menu heavy, and we just lost 4 seconds. There you go. It's silly. I've played menu heavy games before. Like I'm losing a lot. I lose a lot of time in those games. There's this game I'm learning to run called Phenotopia. It's not super menu heavy, but it does have menuing elements. And because it's mostly a platformer, it's like I'm pretty good at like the jumping part, but the menuing, man. Because like you either go slow to get it right, or you go fast and get it wrong. Which is what I was doing there. I was going fast and I was getting it wrong. I don't know if I'll ever be good at menuing. Thankfully, Tokobot Plus doesn't have a huge menuing element to it. There's only a few times at the start of each chapter or whatever where we need to menu. At most, you're going to lose like 10-15 seconds over the course of a run. Which sounds like a lot, but there's not a lot of competition, you know. This game's not super optimized, so, you know, if it was like Mario 64, losing 15 seconds is a lot. Tokobot Plus? 15 seconds. What's 15 seconds? We're gonna save like 3 minutes on this next split, I promise. It's because of that new moon jump. As long as I do everything else right, like the eyeball, we're gonna save like 3 minutes. If I get the eyeball skip wrong once, we're resetting. I could start running the game with my phone cam. Yeah, that would be fine. You know, if you can't record with your phone for a long period of time, I know that takes up a lot of space. You can stream to Twitch from your phone, if that would be more convenient. I think it would be cool just to get more runners in general. I don't care what the quality of your video is. But you know, it's up to you. I encourage you to do it, because it's super cool to have runners at all. You know, even like when Cosmic joined, that was super awesome. Even if they only submitted 1 run, like, I think it's cool that people are still interested in this game. And that's what it's really about. Like, I speedrun this because it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I like speedrunning video games. It's the main way I play games these days. But also, I just want more people to know this game exists. I just want more people to play it. I think it's a really good game. I think it's like a really interesting world. And I would love to see Koei Tecmo do something with it again. They're not going to. But maybe, you know. I mean, we saw Battle for Bikini Bottom come back. I don't think this game's gonna get that good support from, you know, anyone, but one can dream. This has been quite a dirty fight, not gonna lie. This has been pretty scuffed, but like, I've optimized this fight really, really hard, and I'm just bad at executing it. But that's fine. Here comes the eyeball room, which I am not looking forward to. Here it is. Here's this cutscene I was talking about. This has no dialogue. It's completely skippable. But every other cutscene, to my knowledge, that has no dialogue is unskippable. What's that about? Alright, serious time. Let's focus. Oh my god. I don't care if I lose time on it, as long as I don't, like, fall in the hole. Oh my god. Jump. No, okay, we're good. We're good! We got past the first one. The second one is actually easier. If you're trying to jump over it, it's harder, but if you're trying to just walk in a straight line, I find this to be much, much easier. Maybe it's because it's not against a wall, so you're able to angle your camera better, but you can kind of just do that. You can still jump if you're, like, not able to walk forward because of weird collision stuff. You can still jump and you'll generally get it. I know, I'm excited too. I'm gonna try and do a little skip here. It saves about a second, loses about 2 if you miss it, but it just looks cool, so I like to do it. You jump up here, go along here, get that, and that's a cool little skip you can do. Skip's turning around and going to get that magnet. Which, like, I've not talked about that. I've not talked about the little optimizations that I do. I've only talked about the big skips, right? But there's a ton of little stuff that I do in this run to, like, speed the game up. One day I'm going to need to make, like, a stream explaining all that stuff. Like, take, like, 3 hours to just go over the whole game. But today's not that day. You know, I'll mention it when it shows up, but this is not a tutorial, you know? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna be careful at this part. I like to do this. Okay, I took damage anyway. DR1. 1 and 2. Chapter 3 is not easy. Like, it starts off easy, but there's 2 moon jumps in it. 2 moon jumps. It's like a pretty average boss fight. I don't think this is like a bad boss fight, but I've done this faster before. I'm not at a risk of dying, so I'm not really worried about taking damage. It just slows you down though, and that's not, you know, great. So here, you'll notice I opted to hit it twice instead of using the overdrive, and that's because now I can keep this overdrive and use it in the next chapter on the boss, which is slightly faster because it does more damage than to the next boss than it would do to this boss, if you hear me out, you know. It saves more time. Even if it loses time in this split, it will save time in the next one, is what I'm trying to explain. Even though you can technically skip Taji, it's just difficult. I don't want to do it at the moment. I'm sure we will get to a point where everyone's doing that, but it's just not for now. You know, you've got to do things one at a time, I think. But yeah, here's a real run. We're getting there. We're not saving 3 minutes. Saving about 2:20, I think, but that's good. That's a really solid time save. Let's not pause the game like that. Is that the right way? Yeah, I think that's the right way. Sometimes I get turned around in this room. And this room's super laggy because it's really tall, so it has to load a lot of vertexes or whatever. Vertices. Polygons. Words. Computer words. Here it is. Chapter 3. And split. So I split when the cogs meet around the middle there, and I do that because the splits are delayed on the stream compared to what I'm seeing, by the way, just in case you're confused, because I did split early there. I split when the cogs meet in the middle, just so I don't have to react, you know. I can time it instead of like reacting to when the chapter thing shows up in the first place. I do that in KO as well. Instead of splitting when I exit the level, I split when the screen has completely turned black, which happens like a couple seconds after you leave the level. And it doesn't affect anything. As long as you start and end your splits at the right time, you will get the same time no matter what. So it doesn't matter when your splits are, as long as they're close enough to other people's. And since I'm the only runner, I'm setting the standard. So for future runners, that's the correct way to do it. Unless you want to do more stuff. I've thought about doing more splits, like doing splits, you know, like maybe every boss. Like I could have a split here that's like, you know, specifically for Taji. And I will do that one day, but at the moment, having sub-splits like that isn't super convenient because I need to take my hand off of my controller to split. If I had a foot pedal, like I know a lot of big runners use, I would use more splits because I wouldn't have to take my hand off my controller. But since I do, I want to use the simplest splits. They happen during cutscenes. So also, it doesn't matter when you grab this because, you know, it's on a cycle. You need to wait anyway. Jump up there, get a little bit faster. I turn the camera up so I can see what exactly I'm doing. So here we're going to hit the boss and then we're going to use overdrive. And that's because it's hard to use overdrive and then hit the boss. It does the same damage either way, it's just easier the way I'm about to do it. Come along here, hit the boss. I had to jump because I lost like 3 of my Tokobots there. And then you can just overdrive it, whereas you would need to time your slash with him moving, which is really difficult to do. I'm going to do it here because it's optimal, but it's not easy, and I mess it up a lot. So if I do PogChamp, here we go. Yeah, like that, like that. That's a really difficult trick to get. I call it a trick, that's just playing the game. It's not like a speedrun trick. But it is the fastest way to beat him. And check this out. Oh no, that was way too early. I could tell the moment I pressed it, I needed to wait longer. And there we go. Oh, no. There we go. This is one of those bosses that you need to wait for the invincibility to run out. Kind of annoying, but it's whatever. So fun fact, my PB actually has a horrible chapter 3 split. We can easily save like an extra minute on here if we get both of the moon jumps first try. Which I should be able to do. It's not hard. That's the thing that's really disappointing whenever you lose a run in chapter 3. They're not hard. Like, there are hard tricks in this game. Those are not them, and it's just disappointing. But let's try and keep our spirits up because we're only an hour into this, and I'm gonna try to stream for at least 5 hours. But yesterday I ended early, but that's because I was getting really demotivated. I didn't get past chapter 3 once, which, if we can do that now, I think I'll be set for the rest of the day, you know? It would just give me that motivation. So for the pink ones, these ones, you need to hit them twice with the spin and once with the overdrive to kill them. So spin, overdrive, spin is best because if you do spin, spin, overdrive, then you lose your overdrive. But if you do spin, overdrive, spin, the last spin recharges it, so you get to keep your overdrive. And that's another like small little optimization that like 99% of players don't notice, you know? It's like a mobile ad. If you get to pink, you're legally skilled. I wish you could skip that cutscene because I remember the sequence. I think that would be a cool way to like reward players for remembering it, is to like let them skip it and they don't get to see it, but they can, you know, if they've played the game before, they can do it. And that would be good for like time attack, where you don't need to do this, so that's kind of irrelevant. You get my point. Like, it would be a cool way to reward players by just letting them skip that thing that's normally obligatory. Oh. I forgot you have to do the spin thing. See, I'm just getting used to talking and streaming at the same time. 5 out of 6 players don't know these optimizations. Exactly. 5 out of 6. That's a lot of players. Awesome. Awesome. And there we go. So the moon jumps are coming up. I really hope I mess it up. I mean, I really hope I don't mess it up. Jeezy Pete. Forgot one of them was an alt. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. 4 out of 5 players. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Boom. Let's go. Twitch chat. Poggers. You know, that's really easy, but I've messed that up multiple times in my runs. Like, all you need to do is hold it down until it's pointing at the thing, and somehow I still managed to press it early. Which is funny. And now we can fly! We can glide! We've got the flying Tokobots. That's actually really misleading. They say 8 flying Tokobots at the start of the chapter, but all you do is glide. Like, that's not flying. It's not flying. You know, the Wright brothers invented planes, and you're gonna tell me that this is flying? Come on. Come on. So, on the one hand, you don't want to spend too long gliding, because that's slow. On the other hand, you want to get decently far into the platform so that none of your Tokobots fall off the edge. So it's kind of a balancing act. You'll get used to it if you're bad at it. You'll eventually get... See, you know, even then I dropped one, but it's fine. You don't need any at this point, because we're about to do the Minjum. Birds do glide, so are they not flying? I mean, they can do both, though, right? If they're gliding, they're not flying. But if they're flying, they're flying. They can do both. Like, planes can glide, they can also fly. No! No! Oh my god. No! 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 Oh. No. I went way too wide there. Too wide. That was upsetting. Yeah, facepalm. Here, I'm gonna go practice those real quick. It won't take long. Here's my save file from 2014. Let's load it up and practice this skip. Don't worry, I'm not gonna save over it. That would be an important part of history. Erased. 2014, yeah. It's not my earliest save, because I had this game... Well, in 2014 I was 11. I had this game when I was like 8. So, it's not my earliest save, but I think it's the earliest save that I still have. I've checked all my memory cards. I think that's the earliest one, unless I've lost one that I'll stumble upon later in life, and I'll be like, oh my god, gaming history. You know, world record, speedrunner's first Tokobot save file. You're 1 year older, you're 18? I am 17 years old, but I will be 18 in March. Mark your calendars. It's my big day. Alright, so this is a new version of it that I don't know if I have a video on my channel of, but basically you just jump in a straight line and you line yourself up with the room and it works. It just works. There you go. Magical. I thought about making a spliced run. Not like to pass off as a real one, but I thought about like doing a sort of like human task thing, you know, compiling all the hardest tricks, doing them the best, and making a run out of that to see how low I could get the time or whatever. That sounds like a lot of effort. I will do a segmented run at one point. I think that'll be on my like bucket list for I mean, not bucket list, I'm not dying. But I think that'll be on my like to-do list for 2021. Other things I want to do in 2021, like speedrun the original game for PSP, right? And I might need to use an emulator for that, because the best way to record PSP stuff is to get a PS Vita and then use a PS Home and then capture that. And that's a lot of equipment. It's quite expensive. So, and just to record PSP footage, I don't really think I want to do that. And PSP emulation, I need to open the disc tray. I completely forgot. PSP emulation's good, so I feel like it's okay to allow that. You know, I don't feel comfortable allowing PS2 emulation, but PSP emulation's fine, and you know, I would probably eventually get like the equipment to properly record a PS Vita, but just not immediately, right? But I think that would be a nice thing to do in 2021. Tokobot Plus will still be my main game, but I think it would be worth exploring the PSP version, which, you know, it's kind of being forgotten by us, but like, it might be more broken than this game, you know? You never know. See there, I just did both skips perfectly. PS2 emulation is pointless. It is, because you can't even do the disc tray abuse, and there's a lot of bugs with it. Like in the PAL version, if you emulate it, you can softlock just by picking up a rare treasure. That's ridiculous. In the US version, that doesn't happen, but in the PAL version, just emulating it can soft lock the game. And when it's that unstable, I don't feel like it's okay to allow emulators. I mean, I guess you could do a separate leaderboard for it if enough people wanted it, but at the moment we have like one person who would speedrun if they had an emulator, if they were allowed to use emulator. But like, I'm sure if Zach wants to speedrun the game, they'll find a way, you know. I don't know. Did my stream go out there? Were you able to see that? I got is my internet okay? Hold on. Is that was that okay? Apparently I just dropped 1600 frames. Which, like, 1600 frames in an hour is not bad. That's like 0.7%. Okay, I think it looks fine now. I'm gonna restart this run. Sorry, I'm just looking at Discord right now. Wait. Wait, you're in the stream announcements channel. I thought I had the slow mode on that. Slow mode is 10 seconds, okay. That's fine. I don't know why you don't just type in Twitch chat, but I don't care. It's fine. 3, 2, 1. Let's get this bread, gamers. Oh my god.
The path of the treasure master.
Speedrun and Tokobot Plus. Sometimes it feels like a chore. Like, I like when a run gets its feet off the ground. Like, I was having fun when we were in Chapter 3, but I've played so much of the first 2 chapters that it's kind of a slog. I don't know. I mean, Chapter 1 is short. It's literally like 3 minutes, but it's still... And let's open the disk tray. Wait for Bolt to nod twice and then press the start button. That's how you skip that cutscene perfectly. Perfect timing. Fun fact. I mean, that's how optimized this first level is. People don't know it, but I've been on that grind. Do I want to go back to speedrunning Valverde Ruins, like, no DTA? Maybe I could do that. Do I want to speedrun, like, S rank, no DTA? Probably. I mean, I could do better. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of more things to do with the game. And that's mainly because any percent is a long category. 100%, that's insane. We're gonna do that though. When I get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, we're gonna do 100%. Well, I did not get that skip. New game, 3, 2, 1, blah blah blah. 215 attempts. Jeezy beeps.
The path of the treasure
It's
master.
okay. We're going, we're
Built in
going.
the 6 Tokobots.
You know, to be honest, I'm quite impressed that I've been streaming for an hour, because it doesn't feel like that. Streaming is, it's a lot easier when you when you've got a mic, you got the ability to talk. Sitting in silence, trying to, I mean, not silence. I wasn't watching anything. I was listening to music though when I speedrun. But you know, I mean, sitting alone, it's kind of boring. But I guess, like, even if no one's watching, which someone is, even if no one's watching, I'm talking to the void, and it doesn't feel stupid, because that's kind of what Twitch is about. I don't know. I want to stream other games. I want to stream Mario Odyssey, but probably not this year, just because, like, the rest of my days are kind of scheduled with Tokobot. What time is it? It is 4 o'clock. 4:18. It's not bad. 4 hours from now, it'll be 8. So if I streamed until 8 o'clock, that would be, I don't know about that. We'll see what happens. Did we get it? Did we get it? Come on, Twitch chat. Come on. Oh, we got it. It was all thanks to you, Twitch chat. Couldn't have done it without you. One of the big reasons I want to stream, like, other games, like Odyssey, is because I think that's a better way to build an audience. It's not like I care about being seen that much, but I feel like if I build an audience, I could introduce more people to Tokobot. I don't know. I feel like that's not a bad idea, at least to try. And besides, I'm doing, like, Mario Odyssey damageless attempts all the time, trying to get as high a score in, like, you know, getting all the moons and stuff. So that's another thing. I've submitted that to speedrun.com. I think my personal best is like 55, which is not a lot, but you gotta consider, like, taking no damage. Like, I'm not that good at Mario anyway, so taking no damage and getting 55, oh my god. Taking no damage and getting 55 moons is commendable. I think. I was impressed. It always feels really upsetting when you've spent like 2 hours playing Mario Odyssey and you take that damage and you're like, oh, because normally you have a bunch of moons that you haven't put into the starship, the like Odyssey thing, and the thing is, those moons don't count. Speedrun.com does not count those moons, so Yeah, it is pretty brutal. We have 2 viewers again. Thank you very much for your patronage. Let's get this skip. Looks good to me. Spent a bit of time on setup there, but I think it's fine. Wait for him to go red and then close the disc tray. There it is. No, that's not it. Yeah, I didn't get it. I guess this is where we reset again. It's kind of cool though that I got up here, I guess. But I would just soft lock as soon as I got to the part with the crane. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, go. Do 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 do. You know the fucking. Oh, pardon my potty mouth. You know the like dream speedrun music. Do 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 do. There's 1 in 7.5 trillion chance that this run is world record. You know, there's not actually a lot of RNG in this game at all. Most of the RNG... Honestly, I'm not sure there's any. Well, there is some. There's RNG in Grinder Valley. Lieutenant Flames' boss fight. I forget which machine it's called, but that boss fight, which hole she goes into and comes out of, is, to my knowledge, completely random. But most other AI behaviors are based on your actions as a player. So that might be the only example of RNG in the run. And in that case, it's a tiny amount of RNG. Like, that is nothing compared to Minecraft or pretty much any run. I feel like even, you know, I don't know. I feel like even Mario 64 has more random than that. I don't know what in Mario 64 is random. Maybe like coin patterns, or like when they come out of enemies, maybe their bounce is random. I have no idea. The point is, I think this game has like barely any RNG at all. Which is good for a speed game. What's not good for a speed game is being really punishing upon death. If you die, you run reset. But it's also really easy to die or soft lock. Because if you get extra health, that's a waste of time, and also you're a coward. No one would blame you for getting extra health. Oh my god. Well, I guess I just didn't get that dream luck, huh? I think at this point I'm kind of just rambling. I'm getting pretty frustrated with this. But it's fine.
Treasure Master.
It is fine.
Tokobots.
All is good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sort of the commentary isn't very exciting right now, but to be perfectly honest, neither is the run. Let's go. See what we can do here. Did we not get that skip? For real? Damn, I thought my movement was pretty clean, but apparently not. It's kind of not poggers. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, go. Bum, ba-dum. God, it's just frustrating,
The path of the treasure master.
you know?
Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
Open the disc tray. Hit him with the moon jump. Line ourselves up properly this time. I don't want to lose time during the setup, but I also don't want to spend so much time like trying to do it without setting it up that I end up ending the stream without getting a proper run done. But I don't know. It's the 28th of December. No, it's not. It's the 27th of December. Which means I have 28, 9, 10... No, 28, 9, 30, 31. 4 days after this to run the game and try and get the world record, right? And it's not just the world record. I'm trying to get a 139. It's not a lot of time. And once again, I don't get the skip. It's not a lot of time, and it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. It's really like a marathon. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to do this. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm not having fun, but this is one of those parts in the run where it's hard to be enthusiastic about this part of the run because I've seen it so many times. Tokathon. That's pretty much what it is. It is a Tokobot plus marathon. But once I get into like the good runs, you know, once I start getting past chapter 3, that's really it. Once I get to chapter 4, I think I'll be fine. You know, I never reset in chapter 4 or 5 because there's no moon jumps there, so I pretty much never reset. Because I'm pretty good at the game. If there's no moon jump, I tend not to make enough mistakes to warrant, like, resetting. So if I get past chapter 3, that means I'm going to go... You can basically assume I'm going to get to chapter 6. Right? And if I get past chapter 6, we're so close. If we get past chapter 6, we're so close to the end. You know, that's the home stretch. And that's one of the most nerve-wracking parts about the game. Doing Chapter 8 is easy. There's no moon jumps in Chapter 8 anymore, which makes it super easy, right? Barely an inconvenience. But Master Gear Cave is scary. I never die on any of the bosses, but you can lose some significant time on them if you don't know what you're doing, which I do. And then Zero is always really scary to fight. Not Zero. Zero's easy. It's Battlebee that comes before Zero, and when you're on really low health, because you suck at fighting Battlebee, Zero's pretty brutal. We do Boulder Clip. That's true. That's true. I forgot about that. Boulder Clip is not that bad. That's actually one of the easier, in my opinion, that's one of the easier moon jumps in the run. I don't know why I can't hit this now, but I didn't even start my splits there, so. Oh my god, this is so scuffed.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
I'm glad you're here, Gramix. I'm glad someone's watching this. Okay, let's restart this round. No! No! I started it again! I'm just spamming the start button.
The path of the treasure
That's
master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
that's so unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, this time I will take my time. I'll do it properly. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. That's really funny though. I love that that happened. That actually put a smile on my face. Which, you know, for all that I love this game, it's not really happening at the moment. Speedrunning in general, I've speedrun a lot of games, like enough to know you don't open the disc tray there. I know this. Jesus. I'm just making the worst mistakes. But yeah, no. You know, I speedrun enough to know, like, it's not like an immediate reward type of thing. If you want to have fun immediately, I think you should just play a game normally, right? If you're speedrunning it, if you're speedrunning it, you know, it can be fun. Don't get me wrong. But, like, a lot of the time, you're going to be doing the same stuff over and over again. You're going to miss stuff. It's a lot more gratifying when you finish a run that's really good. But, oh my god. Speedrun for the sake of finding tricks. That's fair. That is a super fun thing to do. I think glitch hunting, like theory crafting, all that stuff is a really fun and rewarding part of speedrunning. That's why I like to play smaller games with smaller communities. Because you know, there's stuff to be developed there. Obviously, like, there's stuff to be discovered about Mario 64, right? They're gonna do new tricks. But it's not gonna be me that discovers the new Mario 64 trick, you know? Like, it's completely outside the realm of my understanding. Like, that game is so optimized. But, you know, if I'm playing Tokobot, if I'm playing Phenotopia, if I'm playing P-Craft, if I'm playing, you know, all these games that I'm learning, that I'm speedrunning, there's a legitimate chance for me to help that community, and I think that's really cool. I really like the idea that I can have that kind of impact.
The illegal digging team.
And like glitch hunting's a natural thing for me. I always want to just see what I can do in a game, and if I notice that something's slightly glitchy or broken, I want to try and push that as much as possible. So yeah. And trust me, glitchy is very much up this game's alley. In fact, if this run fails at some point, I will show you something pretty weird that I don't know if it can be used to save time or anything. It's just a weird thing I noticed that might lead to another out of bounds glitch. But it would lose time for me to show you it. But basically, I'll explain it. If you're in midair and you do a Toko attack, you hit a wall with it and you're against a wall, you get pushed into the wall. You'll immediately be pushed right back out. But I'm thinking maybe if you could do it in a corner or in a... Oh my god. Okay, I forgot to open the disc tray, so I'll just show you it. I'm the worst. I need to... So look here, right? I'm up against the wall. I'm going to do a Toko attack. And you notice how I went inside the wall there? Like, it shifts you to the left. In fact, if I do it just facing this wall, not against another wall, you'll notice it shifts you to the left, right? And if I'm up against a wall and I do it, that doesn't work. If I'm up against a wall and I do it, you'll notice I go slightly inside the wall. Even though I'm immediately pushed back out, I was wondering if maybe this could be used for a new out-of-bounds glitch somewhere. It's worth trying. I haven't had any luck with it so far, but I've also not documented it, so, you know, maybe try something like this. Maybe you'll find the next big out-of-bounds glitch. I don't know. It seems like it has potential, like, doing that, but I have not had any luck with that. So there you go. That's glitch finding for you. 3, 2, 1, go. Pardon my chair noises.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
Whew. An hour 30 minutes into this. We'd be in chapter 9 by now. We'd be in the final chapter if this was just one run. But instead, I'm in chapter 1. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Ooh, that barely clipped onto that. That was clutch. Oh, that was just stupid. Oh, you know, I lost time there, but maybe we'll see what happens. I'm willing to accept any run at this point. I'm thirsty. I need a drink. Good one I've got. Good thing I've got one. I muted my mic so I wouldn't annoy you by drinking. So there you go. I'm a Twitch streamer now. I do Twitch streamer things like muting my mic, like having a mic. You know, this is cool. It's like a clamp onto my desk and it's suspended by an arm, which I know is what mics are just like. But I think it's cool. I think it makes my gaming setup come to life. Even if my gaming setup is just an Elgato capture card plugged into a PlayStation 2.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobot.
Which is what it is. I'm not disguising it as anything that it isn't. Nod your head twice. Do that. Three, two, one. Close. At this point, like everyone starts with just like 3 minutes of waiting to see if the run's even gonna go to the next part. Maybe I should try no DTA runs sometime. The only problem is I don't want to do the chapter 8 puzzle. Maybe I'll just stick with DTA. These jumps are less frustrating than trying to do that chapter 8 puzzle. But even that's not random, that's on a cycle. There's nothing random about this game. It's a perfect video game. If you ask Smash players at least. I don't know why I'm taking a jab at Smash players. that was uncalled for. It's not worth saying I play Smash as well, I guess. Why did that not skip the cutscene? Why? Okay, I think if this run is a fail, I think I might take a break for a couple minutes. But I will continue streaming. Don't worry. Oh my god. Okay, remember to open the disc tray this time. It's one thing to miss the skip, it's another thing entirely to just forget to do it. You know, that's the thing, talking and speedrunning, that poses a unique challenge. I think maybe I need to learn to talk less, but I'm not going to. You can't make me. You cannot make me. But I would probably be a better speedrunner if I stopped talking. I say that, I wasn't doing much better yesterday. I guess I guess you could make the argument that I was. I don't know. Let me pause for a second just to account for the reaction time. No, okay. That's a hard jump. Do I practice it, or do I just move on? Might as well just move on. I've gotten it several times in the run, so I don't... in different runs, so I don't feel the need to.
The path of the treasure master.
But...
Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
yeah. I said I would take a break after that. That was a lie. Okay, maybe after this one if I remember to. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. There you do the thing. Close the disc tray. There you do the thing. Do, 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 do. Jeezy beeps. Got the trick a bit later than expected, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. It's like 2 seconds. Who needs 2 seconds? Oh. Doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, boom.
Treasure Master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
9 till 5's not the best, I'll be honest. If I could change a single thing, I'd make it me and not him. Wilbur He is a good artist. I like his music. Not sure about the whole Dream SMP thing, I don't follow that, but good musician. That's actually like interesting. I mean, I wouldn't make Minecraft content anyway because I'm predominantly a speedrunner. I don't want to speedrun Minecraft. But the thing is, I want to make Minecraft content even less, knowing what like Minecraft YouTubers today do. Which is not a jab at them. I think that there are a lot of really good Minecraft content creators. Likewise, I think that I don't know, it's kind of hard to do something new in Minecraft. Being the most like popular game, pretty much everything's already been done. Like even the most popular Minecraft things at the moment aren't like super unique ideas. Like there's several channels. There's like Phoenix SC, Fundy, I think a few other people that are kind of doing like, you know, the cursed Minecraft content, the like, and it's kind of just what SethBling was doing back in the day. I mean, it's just data packs instead of redstone, but at the same time, it's just like this, you know. I don't know why I'm talking about Minecraft, but then you look at like, I don't know, the sort of survival. I mean, it's just like Dream SMP. Like it's survival with roleplay, which the Yogscast did ages ago. Like, it's not new. And I don't want to do something that everyone else is doing. Because then I feel like it wouldn't be authentic. You know, like... I don't want to. You don't want to be the last person to do it. And I guess there will never be a last Minecraft survival Let's Play or anything. But... I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, Minecraft content... I mean, I guess speedrunning in general isn't like a super unique idea or anything. Speedrunning Tokobot is unique. Nobody has ever speedrun Tokobot Plus before me. There was one person who speedrun Tokobot for the PSP on Twitch. One time. They only did it once, but it did happen. Oh, is this the run? Is this the run? Oh, it could be. It could be the run. Let's see how the rest of I do in the rest of the game, but we're off to a good start. We got the bare minimum. What else can I say about Minecraft, YouTube and stuff? I mean, like, Hypixel content is done to death. Even, like, the biggest Hypixel YouTubers have moved away from doing Hypixel content. If you look at, like, Scappy, Technoblade, they don't do that stuff. I guess, like, some people still make Hypixel Skyblock videos. But I couldn't imagine, watching, like, Bed Wars, Sky Wars content. I don't know. I just think, like, there's nothing new to do. I don't know. There's gotta be a new way to play Minecraft, but it all feels the same, I guess. Why isn't he going red? I'm gonna pause a bit to account for the fact that I opened the disk tray like twice during that, and that can't be good for loading times. I guess you can always do modded content on Minecraft, because even if every mod has been covered, you could always make a new mod pack that people haven't seen before. And then it's when you start mixing modding, and like you can do modding survival, you could do modding parkour. I bet like no one's ever really done that, but you can do that. You could get a mod and do modded parkour, you know? Maybe with new blocks or to jump on, or new abilities. You know, there's the motion. There's the better movement mod that was for like 1.7 or something. You know, you could do a parkour level with that, I guess. Like, my point is, like, I guess you can mix anything really at this point. And the thing is, like, data packs are they're so close to just being full on mods, really, that, you know, I'm impressed. A lot of the time I'm impressed by just quite what people can do using data packs, because, you know, knowing they're not as really as freeing as mods, which is just like pretty much complete control over everything. Data packs, I mean, I don't know how they work, I just know they're more limited. It's still pretty incredible what people can do using it. That's just my 2 cents. Are you kidding? I could not start this fight worse if I tried. That was just embarrassing. Oh my... I'm not gonna reset, but I'm not happy about this in the slightest. Oh my... Oh my god! I don't even know if this can be a 139. That was like a poor show. That, I don't know, if I played the rest of the game perfect, would that even be a 139? I don't know. That was just embarrassing. I've embarrassed myself. Why didn't that skip that? What? I hate this game. I was pressing the start button. This game. This game. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Oh, the thing is, like, this split's still gonna be a good one because of the new skip, but trust me, I have not been playing well at all. But you know that. You've been watching the stream. No one's watching the stream. Oh my god, don't do that. Okay. This is also immediately a bad crane game. But that's fine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And now we get this really long cutscene. You can hear my controller rumbling. I'll put it up to the microphone. That's like a lethal amount of rumble. If you if you put that on someone's spinal cord, it would rupture something. These controllers are mad. That's just what the DualShock is like, I guess. DualShock. DualShock. Not DualShock. Jesus peeps. So here's an example. Like I managed to dodge that, right? But if you were slightly oriented wrong, you would get hit by it. Oh my god, I just walked into a wall on twitch.tv. Oh no. This first stream is, you know, so far it has been delightful. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Oh my gosh, don't hurt me. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was literally perfect. I don't think I've ever done it faster than that. That was incredible. That was insane. That made me really happy. And now I'm going to mess up on this part. Reset the room. It's going to be really... If I do mess up here, I will be taking a break. I've so decided. It'll be for like a minute. I won't be gone long. I do need to go for a walk. Just get up off my chair for a minute. Like, refresh my bones or whatever. I don't know the technical lingo. This is ridiculous. Let me through. There we go. Come on. Come on. Yes! Let's go! Poggers, Twitch chat. Got a notification. It's from my friend Summer. Sure. No, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, I will be back shortly. Let me put up a BRB thing because I'm PogChamp, so I know how to do that. You do this, you go add text right, no wait, yeah, just, yeah, and then you go like B right back. And let's select a funny font. What's the funniest font? I mean, it's Comic Sans. I mean, I don't like to do it because everyone does it, but I mean, it is Comic Sans, right? Let's make it like a really bad color as well. Perfect. Oh yes. Oh yes. How does that look on the stream? Okay, yeah, I will be right back. And we are back! Sorry it took so long. I actually don't know how long it took, but... Sorry, I had to leave it all. It's okay. One viewer. That's fine. As long as I'm not disappointing anyone. Right, well, let's start running, I guess. Oh, pfft. I didn't start the timer. This is so scuffed.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots. Long time no.
Be serious now, Ruby.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
The path of the treasure master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
Alright, let's go. Twitch chat. Poggers. God. I just want to get one run that finishes the game. It's fine if it's not world. I mean, it will be world record probably. I would probably reset if it couldn't be world record. It's fine if it's not a 139. I just want to play the rest of the game. I only get to play this first part, and I'm not even good at it. How does that work? How does that make sense? It doesn't. It makes no sense. Alright, we're finally getting past Bavary Ruins again. See if we can get this run off the ground. Been streaming for 2 hours, 8 minutes. Oh my god. Just ridiculous.
The illegal digging team. The desert ruins are full of traps.
Nothing more, nothing less. Just ridiculous. the question is, now that I'm streaming with commentary, do I upload the VODs to YouTube? It's kind of a motivation too, because there's more substantial content if there's commentary. I don't think anyone would watch them anyway. I mean, in the interest of archival purposes, it would be a good thing to do. But I guess what I'm really asking is it worth the time investment? Because I'd have to download them and then upload them for all of my streams. Some of which, you know, they're gonna end up being pretty long. And I'm already downloading all of Narwaffleman's streams. Just out of, like, archival sort of purposes. Yo, we got it! We got it! We got it! I'm super I'm super relieved that I took a break and I'm finally getting a run. That's okay. Let's not mess it up. Let's do this right. Sorry I'm not talking much. I'm kind of thinking, deep in thought. You know, I thought about doing blindfolded runs for Tokobot. Probably just do level runs, because doing a 1.5 hour like blindfolded speedrun, and that's including, I mean, it would be longer than that. It would be several hours. I wouldn't want to do a full game speedrun blindfolded, but I thought about doing like the other runs. One blindfolded. That sounds hard, you know? It sounds hard. I don't know. It's one thing I've always really respected about speedrunners who can do it, is blindfolded runs, because like, as an outside viewer, it might be difficult for people to understand how much skill it takes to do a speedrun, but immediately, like, you know immediately, beating a game blindfolded is hard. Beating a game blindfolded fast, it's really hard. It's really impressive. I really commend the people who do it. That's just, it's an incredible skill that they've developed. I saw that game
Good work. Thanks for all
that
the
Nick
work.
Robinson talked about.
Well, you'd like to
Mission in Snowdrift Land, I think. I thought I might pick up the remaster, you know, when that comes out. Oh my god. That's just That's the Lily special, is just getting that wrong, you know? Yeah, I thought I might pick up the remaster. I mean, I'm not gonna play the Flash version. I don't have a lot of, like, will to do that. But I figured, like, if they're gonna enhance it, I might as well check out the new one. I mean, it looks like a neat platformer. So, and I've seen speedruns for it. It's a short game. It's like 24 minutes or something. I don't know. I think that's for any percent or like New Game Plus or something. Speaking of New Game Plus, I think it's really unfortunate that we can't do that in Tokobot. We would be able to take so many more skips if we had New Game Plus. I'm imagining New Game Plus would be, you still need to get... Oh, that's not it! Oh my god. You would still need to get the collectibles, but you would have all the like overdrives and stuff. That's what I imagine it would be. That would be really fast. That would be a really fun one. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3.
The path of the Treasure Master. Bolt in the 6 Tokobots.
Dead. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure if I have it in me to finish the game. Like, if I got past chapter 3, I don't know if I would have it in me to actually, like, finish the game at this point. And that's just me being honest. I've been playing for 2 hours, and I know I played for more yesterday, but I mean, it's later in the day. I didn't get a lot of sleep. It sucks. I want to speedrun this game. It's just so, like, grueling. Did we get it? Press 1 if you think we got it. Oh, we didn't. Ah. What do I do? Could I try doing some IL speedruns? To like you know, change the pace, I guess. Let me check speedrun.com. Let me check what the record is for these different rooms. Pardon the noise. Yeah, I'll be honest, there's not really any individual level speedruns I feel like doing. I don't want to...
Oh my.
I really don't want to end stream, but I've completely lost motivation. You know what? I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna call it here. Sorry if that's disappointing, but we'll call my stream here. It was fun. Thanks for coming to the stream. If you, I don't know, if you like the stream, come back next time. Subscribe, retweet, reblog. I've been recording. Oh my god, I was recording that whole time. How long was that? No, how long was I recording? Hold on. Stream's not ending soon. How long have I been recording for? And check my videos folder. It's gonna be really, really annoying if I've been streaming, if I've been recording for a long time. The video is 1 hour and 51 minutes long. Oh no, I've been recording for like, oh my god, oh, well, now I have a video of it. Yeah, see you guys later.